From the roaring Kop to the silent stadiums, one name echoes through the annals of football history. Liverpool. This isn't just a story about trophies and titles. It's a tale of brotherhood, tragedy, and a spirit that never dies. How did a port city club become one of the most iconic institutions in the world? Stay with me as we journey through the triumphs and tribulations that forged the legend of Liverpool Football Club. Our story begins not with red, but with blue. In 1892, a dispute over rent at Anfield led Everton to move to Goodison Park. The stadium's owner, John Holding, was left with an empty ground and a big idea. He founded a new club, Liverpool FC. They started in the second division, but with a team of Scots. Nicknamed the Team of the Mags, they quickly won promotion and claimed their first league title in 1901. Early stars like Alex Raisbeck, a dominant centre-half, laid the foundation. The club added more league championships in the PI era, establishing itself as a force in English football. But the true golden era was yet to come. Everything changed in 1959. Liverpool were languishing in the second division when a fiery, charismatic Scot named Bill Shankly walked through the doors of Anfield. He declared he would build a bastion of invincibility. Shankly was more than a manager. He was a revolutionary. He transformed the club from top to bottom, introducing the famous all-red kit to intimidate opponents, and creating the legendary boot room, a think tank of coaches like Bob Paisley, Joe Fagan, and Reuben Bennett, with players like the formidable Ron Yates, the Colossus at the back, and the lethal strike partnership of Ian Esty, John and Roger Hunt. So Roger, up front, Shankly led Liverpool out of the wilderness. They won the first division title in 1964, the first ever FA Cup in 1965, and another league title in 1966. Shankly built not just a team, but a connection with the fans, making the Kop the most famous stand in world football. His philosophy was simple. I want to build a team that's so good, they'll have to send a team from Mars to beat us. When Shankly shockingly retired in 1974, many feared the empire would crumble. They were wrong. His quiet, unassuming assistant, Bob Paisley, stepped up. If Shankly built the house, Paisley furnished it with silverware. In 9 seasons, Paisley won an astonishing 20 trophies, including 6 league titles and 3 European Cups. He was a tactical genius, assembling arguably the greatest Liverpool side ever. Think of the names: the elegant defender Alan Hansen, the tireless midfielder Graeme Souness, and the king himself, Kenny Dalglish, a player of sublime skill and vision. Alongside them was Ian Rush, the club's all-time leading goalscorer. Their dominance was absolute. They conquered England and then Europe, winning their first European Cup in Rome in 1977, followed by victories at Wembley in 78 and Paris in 81. The Anfield fortress was impregnable, and the Liverpool way of pass and move football was revered across the continent. The boot room dynasty continued with Joe Fagan, who in his very first season, 1983-84, achieved an unprecedented treble. The League Cup, and the European Cup, won on penalties in Rome against Roma. The success seemed endless, but tragedy was looming. In 1985, the European Cup final at the Heysel Stadium in Brussels turned into a catastrophe. Crowd disturbances led to a wall collapsing, resulting in the deaths of 39 fans, most of them Juventus supporters. The disaster sent shockwaves through the sport and led to English clubs being banned from European competition for 5 years. It was a dark stain on the club's history. Back in England, Kenny Dalglish took over as player-manager, leading the team to a historic league and FA Cup double in his first season. The team, featuring talents like John Barnes, Peter Beardsley, and John Aldridge, played some of the most exhilarating football ever seen on English shores. But the club and the city would soon face an even greater tragedy. On April 15, 1989, during an FA Cup semi-final at Hillsborough Stadium, a fatal crush resulted in the deaths of 97 Liverpool supporters. The disaster, and the subsequent cover-up and fight for justice, would define the club and its community for decades. The emotional toll on Dalglish was immense, and he resigned in 1991. The Hillsborough disaster left an indelible scar, but it also forged an unbreakable bond between the club, its fans, and the city, encapsulated by the anthem, "You'll Never Walk Alone." The 1990s were a period of transition and relative struggle. Graeme Souness took charge, and while they won an FA Cup in 1992, the dynasty was crumbling. The Premier League era dawned, and rivals, particularly Manchester United, rose to dominance. Liverpool became a cup team under managers like Roy Evans and Gerard Houllier. We saw homegrown heroes like Robbie Fowler, dubbed God by the Kop, and the electrifying Michael Owen, who won the Ballon d'Or in 2001. That same year, Houllier led the team to a unique cup treble, the League Cup, FA Cup, and UEFA Cup. It was a brief return to glory, but the league title, the Holy Grail, remained elusive. Then came the miracle of Istanbul. In 2005, under the guidance of Spaniard IFA Benitez, Liverpool reached the Champions League final against a star-studded AC Milan. At half-time, they were 3-0 down. It looked like a humiliation. But what happened next is the stuff of legend. Led by the inspirational captain, Steven Gerrard, Liverpool staged the most incredible comeback in football history. 3 goals in 6 frantic minutes leveled the score. Goalkeeper Jerzy Dudek became the hero in the penalty shootout, and Liverpool were champions of Europe for the 5th time. It was a night that defied logic, a testament to the club's never-say-die spirit. Gerrard became the embodiment of the modern Liverpool, a world-class talent, a local lad, and a leader who could single-handedly drag his team to victory. Despite the heroics of Istanbul, the Premier League title remained just out of reach. The club faced turmoil off the pitch with problematic ownership, and on-field success was inconsistent. The wait continued. Stars like Fernando Torres and Luis Suarez lit up Anfield with their incredible goal-scoring feats, but the team couldn't get over the final hurdle. In the 2013-14 season, under Brendan Rodgers, with Suarez in breathtaking form, they came agonizingly close, only for a late-season slip to dash their dreams. The 30-year wait for a league championship felt like a curse. But curses are meant to be broken. In October 2015, a German manager with a heavy metal football philosophy and an infectious personality arrived. Jürgen Klopp. He promised to turn doubters into believers, and he did. Klopp rebuilt the team, creating a new generation of legends. The formidable Virgil van Dijk transformed the defense. The dynamic duo of Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah, alongside the relentless Roberto Firmino, formed one of the most feared attacking trios in the world. Local hero Trent Alexander-Arnold redefined the fullback position. After losing a Champions League final in 2018, they returned with a vengeance, conquering Europe for the 6th time in Madrid in 2019. The momentum was unstoppable. The following season, 2019-20, they played with breathtaking intensity and quality. They finally ended the 30-year wait. Liverpool were champions of England again. The scenes of joy, even in a city under lockdown, were unforgettable. From Shankly's revolution to Klopp's revival, the history of Liverpool is a cycle of building empires, facing adversity, and rising again, stronger than before. It's a story written by legends like Dalglish, Gerrard, and Salah, and defined by tragedies that forged an unbreakable spirit. It's a story of a club, a city, and a global family united by a simple, powerful anthem. You'll never walk alone. Thanks so much for watching. If you love stories about the beautiful game, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community. See you in the next video.